We are back. Professor Melly Bell and live, man. We are back. We are back, man. Let's do it. Let's get it in. Man, how y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there, man? What's good with you? Professor Melly Bell, the host, man? You know the vibe. Can y'all hear me okay out there? Somebody tap in, let me know you can hear me, man. Got one twisted and ready to pull up a fire. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Houston, Texas in the house. What's good? Miss Reed, how you doing? Mr. 25. Yeah, I wish. Good, good, good to see you guys. J Mac, what's there go my boy Scotty. What's up, Scotty? I see y'all in the house, man. Y'all ready to get this in, man? Man, it's good to see y'all. It's Tuesday. Man, just actually I just finished up working and got all cleaned up a little bit and now I'm ready to do this live video, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy it. I try to give y'all great content and bring this, from my experience, from my perspective, and give you just a good story, man. You know what I mean? Because I was in many places with many people doing many things, but I always remember, man, always remember this. You gotta always be Compton ready. See, in the 70s, we were Compton ready. That's something that you don't see today. You know what I mean? We lost that being Compton ready. I was talking to Bam today, man, my loved one, Sherwood. Bam said, man, I tell the youngsters, I'm front hood ready. I said, Bam, we gotta be Compton ready again. You know what I mean? Because that's where it's at, man. Because, you know, first name Crip, last name Compton. Shout out to my boy Bam, man. Let me shout my boy Bam, man. That's my partner right there, man. And we chop it up from day to day and get a great dialogue. But anyway, we're here to talk about Tookie today. Big Took, the Red House, yeah. So the Red House was located on Santa Fe and Pine. And some of the people that you would see there from day to day, of course, Bob Simmons, the Crip Whisperer. Then you had Kenny. Kenny was Baby Boy. That was like Bob Simmons' assistant. And Tookie was like the right hand man. What's the I see you, Classic Jones. Yeah, you love listening to Bam. I see you, baby. So Tookie was like the, you know what I mean, like the spokesman between the Crips and Bob Simmons. So that's why I call Bob Simmons a whisperer, because he was always saying something to Took behind the scenes. So anyway, Santa Fe and Pine, right? So then we had Big Tookie, Tiny Man, Weasel, Shotgun, Lil Cross. Let's see, Mad Nut. Okay, there was Killer Carl. Then there was Guy Walker, Pretty Crip. You can't give it about Pretty Crip. And then, that just to name a few, you know what I mean, that was in that section at that time. And, it was a lot of moving parts. People were coming and going and people coming around and leaving. Then, from an Oaks Park perspective, you had Duck, Frog, Snake, Chili Pimp, Chocolate, Gary the Governor, Stevie Wonder. Now, Stevie Wonder, I gotta mention Stevie Wonder. I gotta mention this before I get into this. Stevie Wonder, man. We called him Stevie Wonder because right to this day, we're still wondering what happened to him. But anyway, we out, I think we was on Willow and Santa Fe one day, man. A bunch of us out there, man. And somebody came to their cabin. Man, that creased on the side of Stevie Wonder's ear, man. Right to this day, I ain't seen Stevie Wonder. But he had that name before we start wondering where he was at, you know what I mean? But wherever you at, Stevie Wonder, shout out to you. So back to Big Tookie. So what happened? I believe Chili Pimp got into it with Dinosaur. He got into it with Dinosaur and Alvin Whiteside and some more cats. Just to name. I'm gonna name those two. I ain't gonna name all the other people that was with him. But anyway, he got into it and they had whatever happened, you know what I mean? They was like heated about it, you know what I mean? But back then, people didn't come around, you know what I mean? Not necessarily just ready to pull triggers and everything. A lot of time things was handled from a man perspective, man. You put your dukes up, you win some, and you lose, but you live to fight another day. So this particular, so they come through, Melvin and Alvin, and Alvin can't catch up with Chili, right? Can't catch up with Chili. So he sees us, Baby Crips, me, Baby Crip, Boo Boo, Midnight, a couple of others, just to name a few. It was, I can't remember, it was maybe Bruce Holyfield, Wayne Holyfield. It was just the Baby Crips walking around. So Alvin Whitesides decides to jump out on us. Cause he heated. He trying to catch up with Chili Pimp. But all he had to do was roll around on Spring where Frog, Chili, Stevie Wonder, JD, Al Green, Johnny Jones, JJ Johnny Jones, big ass Johnny Jones, bustled up like Big Took, Big Scrunchy, Black Season. They was all around there, you know what I mean? But he decides to jump out on us, you know what I mean? Because you got to think about Alvin was kind of like, not even kind of like, he was a bully. He was a bully, you know? Not like the bully in the sense from the front hood, not like that, but this dude was like really like, picked on dudes that he knew he could get a win with. That's just my perspective of it. You know what I mean? But and I don't know the reason why he was the way he was, but he's part of that thing when I talk about the mental drive by. You know what I mean? That just from my observable reality, you know what I mean? He had that misguided direction or aggression, you know what I mean? Unwarranted anger, self hate, that just, I mean, and I don't mean to be, because he rests in peace now, but I'm not going to get into all the, just the personality flaws that this guy had. That wouldn't be fair to him because he rested in peace. Rest in peace, Alvin. Rest in peace, Dinosaur. They both rest in peace. But anyway, so dude jumps out, man. He roughed up one of my homies, one of my little homies, and we was all trying to get at him, but he had Dinosaur with him and some more bigger cats. They was all at least anywhere from 4 to 5 years older than us. You know what I mean? So what happens? So he pulls off right in the same moment. In the same moment, maybe it could have been about 5 to 10 minutes later. Big Took hit the corner in the Cadillac. Big Took, he got the overalls on, he got the one strap, he got the comeback boots on, and he got his hair braided, whatever. He jumps out. What's up, little niggas? What's up? What's big up, homie? He looking at us like, what's wrong with y'all? What's going on? What's going on, cuz? He got the cousins and all that because that's how we talk to one another back then. You got to throw that cuz in there. So, so the homie just started telling him what happened. So Took, I just seen this anger, this real anger just come over him. You know what I mean? Like it was like this nigga just fucked with my Baby Crips. You know what I mean? Because Took was the big homie at that time, and that's who we. You know what I mean? We patting ourselves because listen to this. We used to go up to the Red House, right? They used to have free lunch program. We go up there, eat, get a free lunch or whatever. We go over to the Pine Terrace, and Took would be like, "Come on, little niggas, let me show you how these arms work. Let me show you." He would take us, literally put us in the arm, in his arms, and just like catapult us into the swimming pool because they had a nice pool over at the Pine Terrace, and that's what Tookie. That was like a workout to Big Took, and he enjoyed doing it. You know what I mean? Everybody, all the little niggas would line up so Tookie could pick them up and throw them in the pool. it was just a fun moment. You know what I mean? And that's how we got familiar with him, and he got familiar with us. You know what I mean? Because we hung out at Oaks Park, or we hung out at the Red House, or we hung out at Frog's house, Robert Thomas. Those are the three places we would be. You know what I mean? And or either in the Peanut. I forgot about the Peanut, where Killer Raider and Tommy and all them live. You know what I mean? So he would come through there regularly. Just like he was like he was guarding the neighborhood or something, so to speak, when I think about it, because he would ride through frequently and just be, checking up, looking out or whatever. Because I remember when the homie T-Bone, I'm gonna get back to the story. When the homie T-Bone got shot, and it was what happened, like Rob and Kerry was got into it with some swans. And the swans came back, and we thought it was Gary because they had a yellow Volkswagen. And when the yellow Volkswagen, a shotgun came out, they busted, shot the homie T-Bone. So when Took and them got a hold of that, Rob, Took, and all of them, they got a hold of that. They went back all the way up to L.A. and dealt with that situation. You know what I mean? Back then. So anyway, so when Cook found out that it was Alvin, that anger came on. He was mad. He was like, he was rage. You know what I mean? You could see like he ready to bust up. You know what I mean? So took jumping Cadillac and pull off. He hit the corner. I guess he go around there and rob them. And he tell them what happened because we hadn't made it that far. He couldn't have a younger brother living in the red. Yeah, Porky. Porky lived there. That's right, Train Road. You're right about that. So they jump in the car, man, and they go looking for him. So Took catches up with Alvin. Man. Took run up on Alvin. He don't run up, he walk up because he ain't doing no running. But this what the nigga did, man. He grabbed him by the throat like this here and literally lifted him up and then took his other hand and slapped him. Pah! I mean, you know, this cold slap, man, it was like lightning had jumped off his ass. Like, you know what I mean? He slapped him so hard. It was like one of them laps, like, nigga, did you shoot me? You know, like one of them kind of slaps, man. And man, I could just see Alvin. He slapped Alvin so hard because you gotta remember, man, Took wasn't a boxer or anything like that, but if he put one of them big ass paws on you, you were going to sleep. No doubt, you were going to sleep. Ain't no ifs and ain't. Don't even fight it. Just go ahead and lay down, put a pillow on your head, get you a blanket. You going to fucking sleep. Period. Excuse my French, but yeah, you going to sleep. So, and that was just a moment with Tookie. I was thinking about it. I was reflective on that time when Tookie did that, man, and all the little homies, man, gathered around. We gathered up in Oaks Park, and then, you know what I mean. And then, what happened though? After that went down, right on Big Deb. I see you in there, boy. What's up, Gears? So after that, what happened? So they threw a meeting. So this was always when stuff happened. You know, you gotta stay Compton ready. When stuff happens, people would gather in a meeting place, Pacific meeting place in Compton, and they would go in and literally sit down and talk about the situation. They didn't go run and get no little 22s and shotguns. That's all they had: zip guns, 22s, and shotguns. You know, wasn't no Ninas back then, you know, 71, 72, 73. You know, so the nigga might even have a slingshot in his pocket. I don't know. But whatever they could do. Man, what's up, Scotty? I see you, baby. I see you, Scotty. Fitzgerald, what's up, man? Salute to everybody, man. Y'all shout your cities out. But anyway, so they would throw meetings on, man, and dudes would get disciplined right there on the spot if they was out of pocket. You know what I mean? Because, you know, there was times when I got checked, you know, for being out of pocket as a youngster and not being on code. You know what I mean? You had to always be on code when you was a part of this function, or you was part of this whole tribalism thing. You know what I mean? There was codes then. You couldn't just go out and do something, man, and go, you know, bust on whatever and do this, man, and you didn't let your homies know. You gonna leave your homies in harm's way because you don't went out there, just blew off the handle and did some old crazy stuff? Nah, everybody had to be on notice. People had to know what was going on. Not that they knew your business specifically, but you couldn't go do what you was doing and then roll back in the hood like nothing happened and go in your house or go wherever you go and just now all your homies is standing on the line, standing in the way, waiting for somebody to come back and just lay into them. You know, that ain't what happened. That ain't what's, you know, that ain't that's just not the way that play. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to share that with you guys and make sure you guys know, man. But all my Compton guys, you gotta always be Compton ready, because when you Compton ready, you're on code. That means the whole Compton is functioning as one entity. The whole Compton. I don't care if you from Bompton, Compton, whatever. Compton got to protect Compton because there's other outside sources, and even Linwood. Linwood is part of that. You know what I mean? Because we got a big old. We function with Linwood real heavy because the first Linwood Crips like Peabody, Wino, Black Ass Andrew. Let's see who is Steve, Toenail, Duck, Shawty, you know, All these cats, man, would come over there. They would be at Oaks Park. They'd be at the Red House. Junie, when he was coming up, he was a little younger, but yeah, he was over there. We all function right there. We all function right there. So those are the original Linwood Crips was Peabody, Wino, Gary Stewart, Black Ass Andrew, Steve, uh, uh, Toenail. I said Toenail, Shawty, Duck. You know, this just to name a few, man. But yeah, we was all on cold, man. Big Tookie, man, you know what? On the weightlifting side, Big Tookie, man, he would work out religiously, man. Everything was a workout to him. Everything. He had just a massive amount of weights, pig iron, Olympic, all that, man. And he just be back tossing that stuff up on a daily, man. And then you would see like Tiny Man and Weasel them out there washing the Cadillac because they was actually in the boys' home. It ain't like they was doing it because I think it was more like a chore for them. You know what I mean? Because when you live in a house that big or that magnitude, there's chores to go along with that type of living. So yeah, everybody had a responsibility. So yeah, man. What's up? Good history from the Portland. What's up, Portland? Right on, man. Monrovia in the place. What's good, man? So anybody got any questions as far as Big Tookie? What was he like or anything? I tell you this, Tookie was a very smart man, because he did all his measurements and he ate he had the wheat. He would go to the health food stores back then and buy all that wheat germ and vitamins and all that different stuff that he would take for his body. Man, at that time he wasn't putting nothing foreign in his body. Nothing. It was all about a healthy diet, a healthy living, you know what I mean? Back then when people really focus on that stuff, that dude was a master at that. He knew all his Big Jack and Took. Yeah, they some buff iron together. Big Jack and Took, yep, they definitely buff iron together. Yeah, man. So yeah, so it was an interesting time. The 70s was far more interesting than all the other times, man, because at that time, man, people could get away with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? They wasn't, and then people wasn't all that. If you had like a personal beef with somebody, you dealt with that individual on a personal level. You didn't put all your homies into something like that. You know what I mean? But there was times, like in the Compton Parade in the 70s used to be outrageous because they would all come from one end, and then the Crips would all come from another end, and they would meet like middle ways, like downtown. I remember one year people was getting thrown through windows, and the old downtown, not that new stuff they all got over there. When they had Jacks, they had Woodies, they had Woodwards, they had J.C. Penney's, Bottoms Up. Stuff like that. The shoe store on the corner down there, then Taco Joe down there by the railroad track. When they had all that down there, that's when, you know what I mean, the Compton Parade was the Compton Parade. The cats would be out there just throwing down. You would see about 50, 60 dudes just going at no pistols or nothing like that. Just, man, like you say, you win some and you lose some. You know what I mean? So when you look at it, looking back on it in retrospect, man, the streets is undefeated, man, because everybody took a loss. Whether you was a pyro, whether you was a crip, everybody lost in that sense. You know what I mean? When the Compton High games and Dominguez would play, or Centennial and Compton High, and Tookie and about 100 Crips, get together. Or you got Salty, Frosty, Neen, King Neen, King Snake. You got Keedy Welch of Tootie, Mike T, and all his cats, you know what I mean? And then you got Marcellus, all them cats from over there, you know what I mean? And then you got all my homies, Killer Rob and Duck, and all them cats from that end, just Chili Pimp, Chocolate, Gary the Governor, Snake, you got from that end. Back then, we was dealing with the U.S. and Pyro, and U.S. was really actually allied to the Pyro until they fell out with one another behind. I don't know what it was about, but something happened up at Dominguez, with Alvin. Alvin was one of them real fighters too, man, and him and Vincent Jones, real true Compton fighters. But again, just Compton ready, man. It's just Compton ready, man. And y'all got to know, man, that was a real thing, you know. So again, let's get with the questions. Master Cody, what? Wait a minute. What did he say? Master Cody used to slack the weights slap the weights with Jack. Yeah, okay. Legends. Was Chili Pimp a pimp? Now Chili Pimp was a Blackstone Ranger out of Chicago. He came from Chicago. He had the big old fedoras on with the maxi leather coat, and he had that's I call it a hand cannon. He kept that sawed off shotgun. It was actually sawed off too short for what I thought, but that was him. Did Tookie ever think about the bodybuilding? Yeah, he used to be up at Muscle Beach, Venice Beach. Matter of fact, that was one of the reasons why Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't like Tookie, was Tookie used to take him down in competition, you know. So Arnold, got the last strike, man, when he, put Tookie on the death penalty, sentencing him to, well, he didn't sentence him, but he actually executed the order to put Tookie to death, But after he had wrote all them children's books and got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, you know what I mean? So the white man, sometimes, man, jealousy and animosity and hatred is a mother. It can last forever. What's up, Polly? I see you. What up? What up? What up? Well, T-Raw, pick me up, raw content. Thank you, man. Yeah. Shit, man. And I still ain't done the part of my partner, Raw Dog, Reg, man. The nigga knocked out 2 or 3 niggas at one time, man. That was another. I forget about how his hands was. Vicious hands. Vicious. And when you see him, he looked like Mike Tyson, had them hands like Tyson too. Tell that true. Salute the homie. Yeah, salute it, man. You know what I mean? But and I forgot about Big Volcano and Cartoon and Baby Roscoe and Charlie Noon, them over there in this town, Can't Leave Our Park Village over there with Tie-Dye, Big Roscoe and all them, you know. Matter of fact, that's Big Rebo, them. Can't leave. I'm telling you, man, all this stuff you guys seeing now is new stuff, man. Back in the 70s, we stayed Compton ready. And Big Took, man, it was an honor to see Big Took riding around and, man, and coming to the hood and kicking it with the little homies and, chopping it up with the baby Crips, you know what I mean? And I know a lot of people don't understand this culture or figure out why we did it or how we did it. They just don't understand it. But if you don't understand it, learn it before you make a decision, man, because there was times when we was fighting the spook hunters, or not necessarily me, but then you got in the black community, watch this. In the black community, the police they was known as the Stony Boys, the Linwood Vikings, and the Executioner, and God knows what other names. But in white neighborhoods, they known as the police, the friendly police, protect and serve. Only in black and Latino communities, they had these names. White folks don't know nothing about their names. Only in the black and Latino community, they known as the Stony Boys, the Vikings, and Execute. What's that all about? That means they already set up in their mind, in their process, to hate on us, period. They look at, you can never be a citizen, or you can never be under the protection of serve and protect, because they looking at you from a abnormal perspective. They already put you in a framework that criminalized you, that make you less than. This stuff is not coincidence. This stuff is on purpose. The COINTELPRO has not been eliminated. It still exists. And you got people that give into it, I want you all to look up this word. It's called meritorious manumissions. Meritorious manumissions. It was the act of 1710 that any black person that was found protecting white property and white wealth and manufactured something for a white person to become rich off of, snitch or manufacture any type of lies against any black people that was caught being part of a rebellion, they would reward that black person. That's been happening since Nat Turner, all the way up to Fred Hampton, all the way up to Marcus Garvey, all the way up to Huey P. Newton, all the way to George Jackson, Jonathan Jackson, Angela Davis. We can go on and on and on. Martin Luther King. There's always been a Butler, Julius Butler, or Aoki, the Japanese guy that snitched on everything. You know what I'm saying? There's always been these type of people. Yeah, I'm adjusting my glasses. I can't help it. Yep. Yep. There you go. Classy Jones, you got it himself. I just paraphrased it, but you understand what I'm saying though, right? This stuff has always been around. So, you know, we we under illusion. We diluted, man. Because here's the thing. Black people, melanated people, we have an infinity for the truth. We recognize truth when we see it, but the truth that's been given to us so diluted, it perpetrates. And they just repackaged it and sold it back to us and we bought it. Interviewing something that is a white slave master. Yeah, you're right, Classic Jones. You hit it. You nailed it, Mance Murphy. What's good? Your uncle told you that Big Tookie used to smash on Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, he smashed him in them weights, man. Smashed him. Man, you know I had that 400 bench. Man, I went to fire camp. I was eating steaks and shit, man. I was eating good of all that peanut butter, all the peanut butter you could want. You know what I mean? So yeah, you got fed pretty good during that time. I think I got a picture. I think I'll show it to you one day. Yeah. But man, back to Big Tookie, man. Tookie was he just was at that time, man. I can't say nothing bad about him. You know, I don't know nothing about all that other business where they said he did what he did. I don't know nothing about that, and I don't know. Here's the thing: if you got Blackie and you got Monkey Man, to my knowledge, I don't think they did a day. But if they was with him, wouldn't they would have did some time too? Why was Tookie the only one put on death row and eventually executed? Okay. During that time, Mac Thomas lost his life in 78. Raymond Washington lost his life in 79. Tookie was basically dead in 79 because he was just waiting execution. Never saw the streets again. Never was able to hug his children and a woman again. Silas, I think it was Ricky Silas. Yeah. Lost his life. Right on, Yusuf. I see you, baby. Yeah, man, we just we doing the work, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes we gotta take a deeper dive to understand the significance and the scenario we in, man. What's behind the appearance is the reality. You know, that observable reality is a motherfucker. Yeah, Tookie got locked up in 79. Never saw the streets again. But that was after he won a Nobel Peace. Afterwards, he won a Nobel Peace Prize. He wrote children's books. You know, people around the world recognized him, honored his commitment, his contribution. Because around the world, people don't necessarily believe in the United States and its laws and how it's applied. And how easy it is to career you. I'll give you a life sentence. As people of color, melanated people, we are the most vulnerable people in this society when it comes to that, because there's nothing to protect us. We don't even protect ourselves. Have you thought about writing a book? That's an interesting thing. I have thought about it, but man, if I find the time, man, you know, between everything else I do, that would be, you know, I think it would be interesting. I'm not opposed to it. Martin Palmer, did Killer Wayne kick it with you? Of course Killer Wayne did, man. Killer Wayne and Killer Bray, man. They jumped on Big Boys Only. Of course they was in there, you know. I remember one time Killer Wayne, man, we all on Willow, man. And Killer Wayne, he had just come on fresh out, man. And by this time when he left, we was still young chaps, you know what I mean? Young baby crips. When he come home, we fully grown, man. Killer Wayne walked up, chop, chop, chop. SBCs, let's go. He tried to put us in line and stuff. Give us them orders, and we just all kind of looked at him. You know what I mean? Killer Wayne, it's a game changer, baby. We driving the car down, not you. Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, he refused it, man, because he was hating on Big Tuck. End of the day, Bob Murphy, man, Bob Murphy is my partner, man. Bob Murphy stay on Palm. Grew up on the West Side. Victor Murphy, Diane Murphy. Ask Bob about me, man. And Bob will tell you what, man. I took Bob on a couple of bitches, scared the hell out of Bob. Yeah, Bob is man, always Compton ready. That's my Compton partner right there, man. And they're using any 2 pages to hood clips, and normally, booming, there's a latest tool to counter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they got something called, man, down in Colorado called the ADX, man. The ADX is down there where they got Larry Hoover, the Unabomber, Jeff Ford, and probably some others. The Supreme Commander of the BGF, which is man, what's his name? Y'all know who he is. Shit. I can't think his name, but yeah, he's down there. So they down there putting chips at people, man, experimenting on people, man. You don't never see these individuals. You don't hear from them. They're not allowed to use the phone or none of that. Yeah, everybody do a chapter for the book and put it together and make it a novel. Yeah, that's right, Scotty. Shout out to the Smurfs, man. Scotty Eho, rest in peace, Bill, Meat House, shit, Doobie, Sam, CC, and all the rest of the Smurfs, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all the homies, man. The bully, that's Bam. Bam know all the stories about the bully. Yeah, of course, man. Man, everybody met Tookie, man. Toto and Tookie was actually Tookie when Tookie was in San Quentin. Toto we used to go talk to him through the fence, man. Who's the best can guy I've ever seen, man? Man, that's kind of hard, but if I gotta say, it's Killer Wayne. Killer Wayne, man. Killer Wayne was a trained boxer, man. He was trained to box. He used to spar with George Foreman. Then the homie Killer Raider, his brother Howard K.O. was Howard K.O. Smith. He used to box with Ken Norton and Ali and all those cats. Y'all Google it, look him up. Howard K.O. Smith, Jeff Ford, me and Hoover, and all the leaders in Los Angeles. Yeah, man. Yeah. Some G's are muscle and some are hustle. You are both. Yeah, yeah. So much record. Did Tookie ever post up the Santanas with the homies in the 70s? Well, the Santanas didn't exist then. We was Oaks Park. We was Oaks Park and Midtown. We was two different neighborhoods. We bought both those hoods together to make one, and we made it a super gang called the Santana Block. That's what we did right there with that. And that was shortly right after then. The Red House was like down. The Red House had moved, you know what I mean? So the Santanas came out actually in 76. And Bullet was killed in 78. Yeah. Civilization, top much wasted talent on black nation wealth. Yep, you're right. You're right. Can't argue that point. Any more questions? But anyway, man, y'all go only, man, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, man, and tap in, man. Hit that cash out, man. Too much love. So any more questions? Bob Murphy is my father. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. Ask Bob about me. He know me. You gotta say Melly Bell though. '70s, definitely the '70s. '70s, we were together, man. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Did you go to Santana Hood Day? Nah, I'm a little beyond that. Not that I'm opposed to it or anything. I just, I have other things that are prioritized in my life, and I have to do those things. Definitely backyard beach training. How did Mac Thomas? Yeah, that's another story. I would have to, talk to a few people. I know how it happened, but I don't know to say anything about it. Man, y'all be sure who was on the swole from Santana. Few people, man. Few too many his name. Baby Gangster was on swole. Shit, I was on swole. Shit, Scrunchy was on swole. Bruno was on swole. There's a lot of people, man. Just so many I can't even name. You know, you ever want to watch Sly and the Family Stone and Const? Yeah, of course. Big Devil, five hand guys from the block. Man, let's see. I put Baby Gangster in there. I put my brother Age in there. I put my brother, let's see, Bay Rob. I put Bay Rob in there. Let's see. My hand guy's gonna change every time because I can't get the same five because there was a lot of them, man. There's a lot of dudes over there that just could fight, they just could, you know what I mean? And young Bruno, not Bitter Dog Bruno, but young Bruno, Leather Hog, So yeah, those just to name those Deion Banks, white boy from Cedar. Yeah, I knew who he was, man. Rest in peace to him, man. Give us a about Tookie. What about Tookie? Salute Big Devil. We still need that interview with Baby Gangster. Yeah, I'm gonna still do that. I'm gonna definitely do that interview. I'm gonna definitely do that. I'm gonna share your channel, OG. Man, definitely share the channel, man. Man, so we can get this thing up and rolling, man. I got a whole lot of stories, but I don't think I should give up my best stories, man. If people ain't supporting me and supporting the channel, and you know what I mean, it's just helping me get it out. LaSalle from Corner Pocket had the best hands. Nah, LaSalle was one of them. He was one of them. He was one of them. Man, still right on, Seti Nash. I appreciate that. What's good with you, Seti? That's another man, a partner of mine, man. Y'all be sure to follow the man, the Nash edition, man. Seti Nash, man. Check him out, man. Got great content. I love that guy. Great content. Musically, funny. He got skits, and he go in on the celebrities, man. He give them hell. Right on, Seti Nash. Keep on doing the work, bro. Strictly speaking, what is that? The word gang does not adapt to Elliot. It's more like an outlaw subset of society. Yeah, I agree with that. We're really tribes, man, when you come down to it, man, and we just tries to disagree with one another. But the disagreement has increased based on the young generation. They be high on 10 different things. They on Percocets, Molly's, Valiums, Narcos, powder, drink, lean, weed, you know, PCP. You just keep on naming. They take all that stuff in one setting. Shout out to the family, the tape, on tape. Right on, Anthony Anderson. Appreciate you. If you have a banner, a flyer for your channel, DM it to me. Okay, man. Just send me a message to Instagram. That's the Hood Postman on Instagram. DAHOODPOSTMAN. The Hood Postman. One word. Tone man. That's another hog. Now I can't take. That's another one. That's another hand god right there. Tone Can't take nothing from the big bone. Yeah, he's still around, man. Definitely still around. No, never got jacked for no ride, man. Never, never. That's never happened to me. That wasn't gonna happen. Period. Mm-mm. You're gonna lose something with that. Period. You would have lost something trying to do that. You finally get eggs on Caldwell, right off. He wanted some natural eggs, right off, man, right off, right off. So, anybody have any more questions, man? Be sure to like, subscribe, share. Continue to share this content. Put the word out, as Turtle would say. Put the word out. What's the word? Santana. That's what Turtle would say. I'm gonna kick back, pull off my slacks, and get me some bags. If I can't get it, it can't get got. RD and Dynamite, all on F. I'm blowing up. That's what he was. GD from down south. It seems like the Compton Crips have more flair and charisma. And yeah, well, hey, man, you said it, man. I don't need to say that. I'm agree with you, you know, for sure. I'm gonna link in. Salute. Right on, man. I appreciate that DJ Smoke. DJ Smoke. Good night. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get geared up, man, so I can get James again on get Mob James on a part two. What did you guys think about that interview, man? What about the part when we found out all the girls were going to death row? I'm talking about people's wives and girlfriends. You know what I mean? Not only was they sleeping with the death row cats, they were sleeping with the New York cats. You know, these girls is ruthless. These kind of girls was ruthless, right? Who shot Tookie at the Red House? Now he got shot on arm and with Putin shot him in the foot or some shit. But they did come busting at the Red House, man. But it was so much going on at the Red House, man. You didn't want to spend too much time trying to bust at the Red House. You like that interview. Right on, man. I appreciate that, Rocky. Rocky. You like that interview. Big Deb, what you doing out there, man? Just chilling? That's my dog right there, Big Deb. Me and Big Deb gonna get with Slick from Caponelli because Big Deb and Slick grew up together. They got that rapport. He was chilling in my hood, man. Well, not necessarily my hood like that, but yeah, the Red House sit right in Oaks Park neighborhood, which later on became Santana. The Red House was right in Oaks Park. Oaks Park is right around the corner from Red House. That was epic, huh? Okay, right on. You know what? I'm supposed to be getting with Big Court. You're right. I'm supposed to get with Big Court, man. I'm just waiting on Big Court to call me. So once he called me, I'm gonna come in. This chick just hit me up today, so I'm gonna do her. She got a radio something. Tennessee showing love, man. Y'all show that love and hit that cash app one time. Did you know Mob James back in? You know what? I didn't know Mob James, but I always heard his name because he was, a younger generation, and by that time I was playing the Money Game. You know, the Money Game was plenty in the '80s, plenty, real plentiful. Yeah. But anyway, man, you guys be able to make sure you have a great day. Matter of fact, have a fantastic day. Even the Bloods have a blood fantastic day, Your Pyru fantastic day. Let's put it together, man. Shit, let's put it together, man, and make a million and split it up amongst we. That's the way I see it, man. I don't care where you from, man. Trey Johnson, what's that? That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? Let's get a million and split it up amongst we, man. Got to come to the day, go to get that history. You know what? All y'all got to do is reach out to me. Once again, go to send me a message in the DM on Instagram. The Hood. Anybody looking to get on these interviews, man, make sure you go to my DM, The Hood Postman, in IG, DAHOODPOSTMAN, The Hood Postman, Mississippi in the house. Yeah, Mac Thomas brought Crip into the Compton. Yeah, but let me say this: there was already some Crips in Compton, but they hadn't organized yet as a group. You know what I mean? I'll say this too, man. Crippin started out of groupism, so in order to end it, they got to end on a group tip. You know, St. Louis in the house. Yeah, Big Dev say Mob James' name is Regan. Yeah, yeah. Whitey racist guards have gated boys. Nah, yep, you're right. BGF seal guard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're absolutely correct on there. Yeah. Charlie Hill, much love and respect to the big bro who think he was the first 40 and the Eagle of LA. LA. I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't. Let me say this. I don't know that answer. I don't know who was first the San Diego 40s or the LA 40s, but I would think I don't know. I'm not gonna even guess on that, but I'm gonna find out for you. I'm gonna definitely find out. Shit don't change, it just circulate. That's right. Baby Gangster and Mob James still sit down and pay for that. Man, that would be a classic, man. I tried to hook that up on G going on the Gangster Chronicles, but something went wrong. The timing was bad. Willa Rated, yeah, Willa Rated was a beast. Yeah, Willa Rated was a beast. Yeah, definitely, 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 definitely. Yeah, but Gangster, you know what I mean? Gangster was like, younger homie, man, but he I call him a man child. He was a man child, because he hung with the older homies, me, Turtle, and some of the other homies. Yo, Mel, got my first grandson on Sunday. By February, I'll have 7 grandbabies, man. Another boy coming on February. That's right. That's right, bro. Congrats to you, man. Congrats to you, man. Remember, man, y'all go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, drop a comment. It's all good, man. I'm finna bounce up out of here, and man, and probably I'll be back on here. Let's see, what's the day? Tuesday. Depending on how I feel, man, I'll jump back on here either Friday or Thursday. But I'll put up a notification, let y'all know when I'm bouncing back in, and we'll get it in again, man. I appreciate everything. I appreciate you guys following, supporting the content. You guys keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. Until then, we are out, and you know the vibe.